What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here, the host of Money's Crazy Mind and Steel City Renegades. And Redline Radio LLC is proud to partner with Growing Wings Adult Services for the creation of our brand new state of the art production studio. Growing Wings Adult Services has been assisting adults with disabilities in the Northeast Ohio area for the past 5 years. For more information on how Lisa and the team at Growing Wings can assist your family, you can contact Lisa at 234-334-7547 today. Again, that's 234-334-7547.
What's going on, everybody? It is Timbuktu from Timbuk Tuesday. And I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jess from She Vibes, and Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio. They have 2 convenient locations on the east side, East 200th Street. You'll call 216-531-7373, or the west side, Pearl Road, at 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. And always remember, it's definitely a vibe.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash can cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, ftbcusa.com, or you can email Brandon at ftbcusa.com, or you can check them out on Facebook, FTBCUSA. And of course, if you mention Redline Radio while you book a service, you receive 10% off the first service. That's an awesome deal. And don't forget to reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC today.
Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim, ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
It's a goddamn shame that I'm deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on you, nigga. All this money in this fame, I swear I would never change. But they did it, they surprised me, a nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. But girl, it's your vibes.
And we are back. It is Saturday. And you are live here at Redline Radio with TMI. That right there is Average Joe 216. The CLE All-Stars back in the building for another live hot show. We got too much information for y'all tonight. We got too much star power in the building for y'all tonight. We got too much black excellence in the building for y'all tonight. We got too much just pure, beautiful vibes in the building for y'all tonight. And we're gonna keep it rolling. And we got a legendary star in the building tonight. If anybody don't know, this man right here is the truth out here in the Cleveland film industry, making a lot of big waves, doing a lot of big things. We got Mike Berry in the building tonight. We're gonna be talking to him at the bottom of the hour. My man got a movie coming out, another movie coming out. He done did big things in the film game. We're going to be talking about his latest film, Grace and Mercy. Tonight we got hot topics coming for y'all tonight. We're going to be talking about abortion rights. We're going to be talking about R. Kelly's rights. You feel me? We're going to be talking about a man's rights when it comes down to love, life, and relationships. When it comes down to women, that's going to be talked about by Sexy Deli later on. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. So before we get into our topics, let me introduce y'all to the CLE All-Star team. You feel me? Everybody introduce yourselves and go around that room. You already know what to do. We're gonna go to the right.
What's up? It's Adrian Sherrill, the model, actress, and stylist, owner of Body of a Goddess Beauty Studios. Make sure you come out and see me at 4709 Pearl Road. You can follow me on all my handles at I_am_Adrian Sherrill.
What's up? It's Beauty the model. Here from Cleveland, of course. Plus size model out here. I'm an ambassador for a couple of places that are a couple of designers out here.
Right on.
Model, private chef, baker, all of that. I'm a Jackie of all trades. So
you said private chef?
I'm a private chef.
Private chef?
I'm gonna need parts.
She said Jackie.
I'm a Jackie of all trades. I can do it all.
Oh, it's my turn. This is Miss T, the goddess, love goddess. You can always follow me on love_goddess_body. Go ahead and check me out. I am a model, crazy, sexy, cool. I like to say because I'm a little bit of crazy and I'm cool as doing my model thing. I do a little bit of everything, acting, whatever. Pick it, I'll do it, or I'll try to figure it out. Crazy girl.
Right on.
All right, well, I'm Deli on 216, Sexy Deli. I rap, I make beats, and all types of ill shit.
All types of ill shit. Word up. And I am your host, Brandon X Bill, aka Black 9, Black State 08. You know what I mean? Actor, producer, writer, comic book out right now. Make sure y'all get that Lycos. The Metal Wolf right there on Amazon. Ashes of the Congo, 50/50 Comics. Big shout out Outlaw Jones. You feel me? The Connected Web Series coming back for that ass again this year. You heard? And then I got my man to the left. You know what I mean? Let him know who he is. You might as well just slide in and let him know, man. Come on, Nick. Come on, holla at you. Talk to the crowd, man. We're bringing him out the corner.
Yeah, Slick Nick from the 216. You already know. Ohio Media School alumni, class 2010.
Oh, what mess?
Oh, yeah.
They fired
definitely in the building. Jack and Mini Trades.
They straight up fired me after a month, man.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
No. Actually, you got everything to do with that.
I ain't got nothing to do with
When
that.
they fired me, I was like, yo, my man Nick gonna go in there, give me a big speech. You know what I'm saying? Give a speech like, y'all shouldn't let him go. He means a lot to this school. He's changing people's lives in here. You feel me? He's
right.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. You know that I still had dreams that I wanted to pursue. You know what I'm saying? I still had a degree I was going after, brother. So
you see where that got?
I
just want to let y'all know the irony of that. He ain't look out for me, but he's on my radio show right now.
I ain't even get to finish introducing myself.
Look, you were supposed to go on there with the Cuba Gooding music, Cuba Gooding Jr. music playing in the background.
The inspiration, the graphic and logo design.
Radio.
It gotta be radio.
It's so hard, man. You know what I'm saying? But
but look though, all love for all men.
Movies, modeling. I'm in all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to expand. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all see me out there. Y'all want to work. Y'all want to get me in the movies. Y'all want to get some action popping. Hit me up. Slick Nick 216 on IG.
Slick Nick. All right, cool. Back to the corner. Peace.
Hey,
all right. All right. So look, all love. All right. So let's go ahead and get this show started off. Let's get things kicked off the hot way, right? You know what I mean? So fresh off the presses, I like to read the news, and every time I read the news, I always like to find something interesting, especially we're going to be talking about right here on TMI, the TMI show. So First topic is the Florida District Court of Appeal denied a 16-year-old girl's request to get an abortion. The minor, who lives with the relative, aimed to bypass the parental permission laws to terminate her pregnancy. The Court of Appeal ruled that the teenager isn't mature enough for an abortion. Now listen to that, y'all. Mr. Barry, we're gonna have you chime in on this too. You feel me? Now I'm gonna read that last part back. The 16-year-old, she wants an abortion. We don't know how she got pregnant, but she's pregnant.
Well, we know how she has
Well,
sex.
I mean, yeah, she has sex. But what I'm saying is that I'm talking about the circumstances because some women get pregnant, some people get pregnant from rape, some people, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I'm just saying we don't know the circumstances of her pregnancy, you know, so because it didn't say that. All we know is she's 16, she's pregnant, she wants to have an abortion. The court ruled that she's not physically, not mentally mature enough to have an abortion. Now, on my end, me as just a human being hearing that, I just find that utter bullshit.
Agreed.
If she's not mature enough to have an abortion, how is she mature enough to have a baby?
Exactly.
That's
She can go through
literally
the whole procedure of, I like to say procedure.
indeed. That's literally the crux of the situation.
Right.
How are you going to force this girl? She's mature enough to have a baby, but she's not mature enough to have an abortion.
Not even have a baby, mature enough to lay down with somebody to where she conceived one.
Well, maybe that's how the court is looking at it. They're like, hey, well, you were mature enough to make a baby, but you're not mature enough to get rid of it.
Because they're saying that, because I was reading some of it, and it was talking about trauma that she experienced, and now she's experiencing renewed trauma. So, like, okay, so it's okay for her to bring that baby into this world, and as she, like, as a mother, like, everything that you're going through, that baby is feeling. That baby is going to go through everything you're going through. So if you're going through trauma, that fetus is going through trauma. So make it make sense how she's capable to carry that baby, but she can't, get the abortion. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And
what's her nationality? Can I ask that?
Let's find out. Can we Google a picture of this woman?
Not to mention if she want an abortion and you won't let her get one, now you giving her a baby she don't really want.
Exactly.
And you putting that baby in a
dangerous situation
of a mother who didn't want you.
Right.
See, I think they're preparing them for adulthood and motherhood too. It's just like, no, you gotta face what you did.
Yeah, but you can't make nobody face motherhood. Some girls come around, some don't. They end up beating their kids. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I never wanted you. I never wanted you.
And that's
on no level. I ain't want you.
And that's the worst part about it. Now, because we have to be mature about it and be realistic. Because for one, the foster child system is already packed and jam packed with children already, right? So that's we have that issue going on. So we already have kids that's already here that people don't want to take care of.
Right.
Oh, somebody's outside. All right. So okay. So yeah, we already have those children that people don't want to take care of. Now we're forcing more children out in the world that people don't want to take care of. Now this girl, she's literally visibly saying like, "Hey, I'm 16. I'm not mature enough to have this child."
Almost 17. She's almost 17,
yeah.
And her guardians are okay with her
having an abortion.
They're okay with it.
Now, what about
she white?
Now, one thing I didn't read about the story is
she gotta be white.
She gotta be white.
Anything about the father?
No, it's just it didn't say anything about the father. And I'm actually going through the whole.
Do they say her name? What's her race? Her name? Because she got to be white.
Yeah, she white for
she
sure.
White. That sounds white.
Yeah,
that sounds about white. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because they gonna force her to have a baby if she white. Because they going out of style. They extinct.
Roe versus Wade thing got overturned. I even heard about the girl where she had the baby with the head
no skull. And they're forcing her to have that baby too.
And she got to go to another state to decide if she wants to go out of state or.
Well, no. Last I heard, they said that they forcing her to keep that baby.
She white.
She's black.
And people don't understand that, like how important Roe versus Wade was, and also people don't understand when you go back to Trump's pick for the Supreme Court in that regard. That's how big that was, because once these Supreme Court justices, they got those seats for life. And if you have somebody that tips the scales in that regard on that end, then then you're gonna end up with Rover. Like people, like for anybody that didn't know that once Trump appointed who was that, Kavanaugh? I think that was Kavanaugh to that seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Kavanaugh. And so once he appointed Kavanaugh to that seat, like I don't know why anybody was surprised about Roe versus Wade.
Nobody was surprised about Roe versus Wade.
It was going to happen. It was going to happen.
The conversation piece for a long time has been that white people are going extinct. They are doing everything they can to keep the numbers up.
Yeah.
They 60% of abortions is white women.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about it, you take poor black girls and poor Hispanics, by the time they like 22, 23 on average, they got 2 kids. White girls, not all of them, but typically they're gonna go to school, they're gonna get married, or they're gonna have a kid when they like 25, 26.
Shoot, 30, 35.
30. So we having 3 kids by the time they have 1. So we catching them between us, the Hispanics. We catching them, so
and then half of them white girls having babies by black men. So
that's true.
That's a whole bunch of Drakes and Tiger Woods.
That's all that was.
Light skins running around.
The population is
high yellow.
The mixed population is the biggest population in the world. We're gonna be honest.
I mean, everybody's technically mixed if you want to look at it like that. Like because like there's not one person except maybe if you go to Africa and the Africans, you know, but hey, the Chinese bloodline come from African bloodline.
But your mix can't show.
Every bloodline.
You feel me? Like we all mixed, but we black.
Yeah, but our melanin
mix
is dominant.
But they white.
Yeah.
You feel me? That your mix can't show. So if you white and you look black, you black.
You black, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hence Barack Obama, because he was mixed, but they call him the first black president. They don't never say
just a small.
Whatever you look like, that's what you is.
Once you get basically whatever the
percentage.
If you get a 1 drop, you're black.
Right on.
And so the same thing for Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? Caucasians actually have a certain percentage of African American blood.
I mean,
their background.
For sure. Like I was talking to an Irish guy. He was telling me basically like the Irish, they have a high percentage of black in them.
Yeah. You already know they have a lot of conflict.
And so do
I was always told when I took African American history or African American religion, we all originated from Africa, and then when we went to different locations, that's where our features changed.
If you look at China, it looks like a whole bunch of light-skinned dudes with slanted eyes. Like I mean, and it's literally based upon how the sun is positioned and how it falls through the trees and how cold it is, and that determines your hair texture. That determines how much melanin you got in your skin. Because if you're staying in Africa, you're right there with the sun, so you have to have more melanin in your skin. The further you go up to Europe, the whiter they get. You know what I mean? Like the further, and that's.
I mean, look at Australia. You don't see too many black people in Australia.
No, Aborigines, like that. Black Australia used to be all black. People forget that Australia was a majority black before English settlers and came up in there. Australia, that's French and like all that, like all the white people you see, that's French and English settlers that came and took over. But Australia is a majority black. Those Aborigines, those were natives. That's how the people actually look in Australia. Because think about it, it's right there. It's hot as hell. Those people gonna be generations is going to be darker staying in Australia. And then when you look at the world and how it's made, Africa is like in the center. Right, and the darker and it starts, everything is dark right there in the sun, and the further you spread out, the lighter they get. But if you go to South America and you go to Puerto Rico and you go to Cuba and Dominican Republic, you got brothers over there that look like us. You know what I'm saying? You go to Italy and the bottom of the boot over there in Sicily, you got people over there that look like us. You know what I mean? And you couldn't tell them the difference. They just look like light-skinned brothers and sisters. And so when you got the Europeans over here, the racist ones, and they're the ones whose population is going down. You feel me? Like they're the ones who worried about, you got those neo-Nazis and stuff like that. And, you know, and these conservative white men that are concerned about their numbers going down, which it is, because like naturally, they've always been outnumbered. On the planet. Europe is not that big as far as like compared to the rest of the world, so they always been outnumbered. There's morely about the number here, because here was a majority of white folks. Right. You know what I'm saying? For the longest. Here is where they have the most issue as far as like with what race you come with and everything else here in this country. So once they saw their numbers going down in the most powerful country in the world, then it became a problem. You know, they ain't worried about Europe too much. Europe, you know, Africa and Europe is right next door to each other. You know what I mean? But when you got America, who always have had the majority white people here, minor black people, 13%. You know, before it was, 96% Hispanic. Now you got more Hispanic people than you got black people here in the country. You know what I'm saying? And now with that, now we're definitely going to outnumber them, because we all have to understand, once you got that melanin in you, you know what I mean? Like that kind of puts you on, you know, as far as like standards go, on this side of the fence. So we still outnumber them. It's just now like we never looked at it as Chinese, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Hispanics, blacks, all, you know, Arabic, you know, Indian, all of it as one, you know, as far as that side of the spectrum. They allow us to separate each other. You know what I'm saying? And we're all separated by these different connotations of race and nationality. You know what I'm saying? You go over to China, if you go over to China, they don't have like, it's not a melting pot over there. You over there, you go over to China, you get a Chinese citizen, you're Chinese. Like, that's just what it is. You go over to India, you're Indian. You know what I mean? Over here in America, you're Puerto Rican, you're this, you're that. You go fill it out on the application, you have all of these different groups.
And you know what the crazy part? No,
I think they need to take that off the application.
But no,
what does it matter? Like, why doesn't my race matter
for this
job?
part is when I put other, because I'm mixed. I'm
Me
mixed.
too.
I'm like
I put
a nice
other.
little melting pot.
Right.
And I always put other, you know what I'm saying? And every time I put other, when I get my paperwork back, it says African American on there.
When I
And
told
I'm
you
actually
other,
a lesser percentage of that than the other stuff that I got in my bloodline. And it's like, okay, I just said other. I got African American on here. You know what I'm saying? And there's different ways that you can look at that, because there's African American, I could be black. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let's bring this
They're
back
going
then.
by how you look.
Yeah.
Right.
If I could just swing my eye, what black?
right?
Barack Obama,
That's
black.
what they
They-
black.
Like,
You know
you
what
run
I'm
around
saying?
with white grandparents, but they're like, nope, he's black.
You can just see it.
You feel me? And let's circle this back then. So when it comes down to abortion rights, are they which sector of women do you think are going to be like they're taking that voice away from? Because
White
we're
women.
having like
White women.
white women.
That's
White
all.
women.
The abortion movement is for white women.
That's what it's for.
It's always been for white women.
Yep.
It was never about us.
So
we
we
wasn't
don't know
having
any-
abortions.
So we don't know any black people that had abortions.
I mean, we do
We
some.
do, but
We got some hot girls out there that use abortion instead of birth control, and we got people who had situations that caused them to get birth control.
Right.
But black women, for the most part, we keep our babies.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing where a lot of people don't know how Roe versus Wade kind of like affects people, even when it comes down to contraception, for instance. You know what I'm saying? It's like say for instance, if you're a married couple and you had like 3 or 4 kids, and you're like, you know what, we don't want no more kids anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like we want, like financially we can't afford it, you know, to have any more kids. Now, because of Roe versus Wade, no contraception, the birth control thing is off the table. You know what I mean? So if that person, if they get pregnant, if that woman gets pregnant, they financially can't afford this child. They house ain't big enough for another child.
And that part.
I don't think did they pass that part yet? Because that was like a separate part.
It's in certain states.
They're
it's
trying to pass that.
They're trying
But the no contraceptives.
No contraception,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Crazy. No
a lot of
condoms,
this-
no birth
crazy.
control. That is wild.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Hey, but that's what they hide it behind though. They all ordain it behind like God and Jesus is the conservative. It's conservative.
It's gonna be a backfire that they ain't gonna be able to handle. Because when we take condoms out of the picture, we opening ourselves to STDs and like we got monkeypox out here now because people ain't using condoms. Like let's be honest. Like taking condoms don't just affect like you got a girl that you got pregnant, but now she got HIV.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. What their response is going to be, well, this is a country founded on, and I'm just being a devil's advocate here, which I hate being, but this is what they're going to say. This is a country founded on the Lord and Christian values.
And the Lord will make a way somehow.
And honestly, this should force you to think about your sexual partners more and start thinking about abstinence, and because that's what they preach in those areas, and they preach abstinence and just locking it in. Like you got a lot of horny people out here. People like banging. People like smashing. Sex is great. But here's the thing. In their eyes, they feel like that this is going to force people to like, hey, if you ain't got no condom, ain't no birth control, you might think twice about laying down with this person.
You know who is going to force
you might get some head.
White people.
That's all right.
That's all it is. It's going to force white people to make that decision.
Oh yeah.
Black people are
We
not
pulling
going
out.
to stop having sex because there is no condom. Half of us don't even use condoms to begin with. That's why most of us got babies.
That's true. And speaking of babies, this baby right here of TMI is provided by Detroit Auto Parts. It is the official auto parts store of Redline Radio and home of our original studio. They have 2 convenient locations Eastside, call 216-531-7373 or call Westside 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off of your purchase. All right.
Why are you thinking every time you look, he read that off like I'm gonna see like a video off the back of the papers?
I looked at the
Like,
like,
let me see.
It's like a little commercial on it.
Right.
Y'all remember them commercials that shot with that regular ass camera? Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
It was
Did we
very
ever get
good.
the door?
It was very good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You know?
I believed you. I believed you when you said
You believe
No,
it?
right, that's
You
right.
get 10%
I know.
off. 10% off.
Somebody was at the door like 15 minutes ago.
So what?
Did you ever get the door?
Oh shit.
somebody
Well, Deli's down there. He like deaf. Like Deli's down there. So you know what? Live on air. I'm about to make a call to make sure people get inside of the building. So let me go ahead and call. Yeah.
It's my time to shine. I can sing
Yeah,
something
go ahead
real
and
quick.
sing.
No,
Yeah, you can sing something.
No,
Yeah,
you
go
ain't
ahead
gonna
and
get me
sing.
this time. We live now. Pookie.
Oh no, what? That's the perfect time to sing so people can hear that angelic voice.
No.
Hey, we're gonna have a CLE
I'm like a
All-Star
hype man.
singing
I'm like a
competition.
hype
No, we're not.
We're gonna have a singing contest
Some
one
of us
night.
was born to be cute.
It's like gonna be American
Not to
Idol.
sing.
I'm gonna be Simon, Randy, and Paula Abdul. I'm gonna judge all of you.
I was.
Are you gonna make your face up like that though?
Do the impressions.
And you
Yes,
gotta do it.
this is a judging face.
You gotta sit there like Simon.
Half the face look like half of it, like Paula, half of it like Simon,
Yeah.
and then have like Pookie.
Hey, don't do the Craig.
Not-
Don't
Not the Craig.
Like you have a zero
We
there.
do.
Not the Craig. But Pete though.
Don't touch him.
Yeah.
Don't seize out.
Not them.
I'm saying it's the Bombay with his
That's
hand
why I
in
jump
the
out of
air,
nursing.
and yet I'm gonna just be like,
That helps though. That helps though.
better than pouring some water on you.
That might
I'm
be
shit got me
helpful.
sweating and shit. All right, so yeah, back to the topic. I'm sweating, man.
So
I'm sweating.
I found they're not. I looked at two different sites, and I'm looking at the Washington Post right now. So they're not giving her name. They're naming her, identifying her.
Oh, they can't. She's a minor.
Yeah, Jane Doe 22-B.
Right. She's
That's
white.
because she's white.
Yeah.
If she was a black 16-year-old, they'd be like a black
Have her name
woman
all over it.
because they don't look at us our 16-year-olds as
Slip out
kids.
sometimes, somehow, by
Hey,
accident.
that's-
they call us black thugs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna roll into our topic later on because did they ever call the R. Kelly girl, the little girl in the P video, did they call her black or did they just describe her as a
No,
teenage
they
girl?
called her. They gave her the Jane. I
They
think
gave her
They got
Jane
Jane
Doe.
Doe?
Yeah. they called her
Okay,
Jane.
all right. Because here's the thing, yeah, because if you're in the media and you report a minor's name, that's highly fucking illegal.
Or they referred to
Well,
that goddaughter. They just
if
referenced
people-
her as goddaughter.
They reference her as goddaughter and Sparkle's niece.
niece.
So they
Oh, yeah.
kind of
So that lets you
narrowed
know.
it down real.
Yeah.
Y'all know her, don't y'all?
They narrowed it down real clear about who
But
it was.
originally, they didn't say Sparkle's niece. They just said it
R.
was
Kelly's
somebody close.
the
No,
goddaughter.
go read into the actual article. It says Sparkle. What they're telling what she said on the stand. She's talking about being Sparkle's niece and Sparkle asking R. Kelly to make her his goddaughter. But we get into the next topic, but we'll come back around to that. But
No, the article I read, because I know it came out. It's going to come out in court, but
no, it's in court now.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying what they were saying in the articles, they were referencing her as a person that was close to R. Kelly that had sexual orientation or sexual relationship with R. Kelly.
When she identified herself as
She put everything on black.
the 14-year-old girl that was on the tape. She said, "I'm Mrs. She got peed on."
Look at that.
See, I made the dream work.
There we go. So now when it comes down to abortion, ladies, I need to ask y'all of this. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel that women should have the right to have the abortion? Do y'all feel that that's killing the baby? How do y'all feel about this? And do you believe that women should be the only ones to make this decision? And I'm gonna ask that question to you, Mike, as well.
Look, I was a pre-law major,
Mhm.
so that's pretty much most of our classwork was abortion or religion or something along those lines.
Right.
I kind of, and originally before I even started doing papers on it, I was always like, yeah, I believe it. Like you should, if you responsible to lay down, you should carry on that responsibility. Until I did research on there, and like you mentioned before, like there's females that got raped or was in compromising situations, or they have a kid with a defect where the kid will pass away or they have a disability that the
Or even their health is at
handle.
risk.
Yeah, or they will die if they. Me personally, my grandmother passed away from following through with the delivery and having a baby, and the baby ended up being a stillbirth, and then she ended up becoming a vegetable, and they had to pull the plug on her because she decided to go ahead with birth. So, me personally, knowing that kind of information and doing all that kind of research of the type of things that could happen or occur with a person, and you got to think about your life. They always say that with anything you hear about, they always say you got to put yourself first, because if you're not right, how is your child going to be right? You got to put yourself first. I feel like a woman should have a right to do whatever she wants to do with her body. Like, how can you tell me what to do with my body? This is my body. It's quiet because I can go roll my ass down the stairs a couple of times and do it my damn self, and you really want to be frank about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in my head, nobody's not going to control my body. Like, this is my body. I have to deal with it. And that could get to a point where a female is pregnant and she doesn't want to have a baby, and the person that has a baby, and she'll just kill herself. Then what you going to explain that for? How you justify that? Because she decided to kill herself because you made her follow through with the pregnancy when she advised that she couldn't do it, or she's not mentally stable to have that baby.
Exactly.
Postpartum. I'm with my sister right here. I'm not gonna say I'm against it, but I'm not gonna say I'm for it. It's certain circumstances that you would have to. I feel that you would have to. I am in the nursing field as well, so like I said, I'm a Jackie of all trades. It's a real touchy subject because I've dealt with teenagers who had to have abortions because they were raped by their fathers, they were raped by their uncles and things like that, and the family wanted to keep it under hush hush and things like that. So it's all about the circumstance of what it is. But then you got like some people who are couples, like relationships, like marriages or whatever, and people feel that the husband shouldn't have a say because it's the woman's body, but you're together. You're a unit. So
well, in a marriage, she can't get an abortion unless her husband sign off on it too.
That's true, but you got some that'll sneak off and do it anyway. I'm not going to disclose information, but I've had somebody that I actually took to get an abortion. She was married. He knew nothing about it. She didn't want the baby. He did. And I didn't find this out until after the fact. So I feel horrible. Like to this day, that eats me up because I'm like, I felt that I was an accessory to that.
Somebody's audio is on. Turn it down.
But at the end of the day, I feel that it's still like it depends on the circumstance. It depends on what's going on to be able to make that decision, and that's a mental thing. Like that's a mental thing. Whether you get it or you don't get it, it's a mental thing. Because I know ladies that have gotten it, and they say like to this day they struggle with not just that, but they see that baby, like they see that baby that they aborted, right. And they're older. These are older women that say, "I still see the baby that I aborted. I hear the cries of the baby I aborted." So it's hard.
And they deliberately make sure they show you the baby before
yeah.
they even
what?
Yeah, they do.
They show you the ultrasound and everything. They make sure they show it to you.
Like, hey, do you want to change your mind? Like.
It's kind of like a tactic to get the mother to change their mind or decide not to go with the abortion.
Is that spot over there? Is that off of Van Aken, like or whatever, where you drop and they got all those people outside of the abortion clinic holding up the signs? That trips me out every.
It's going right down the street.
There's one on War. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they, like those people be there, be like, "Oh, God is gonna kill you."
And then they had a picture of the baby.
Yeah, like I'll be damn near about to crash my car. Like, why you showing me that nasty shit while I'm driving, man? Like it's such a touchy subject, but it's a real subject that for real people need to have a conversation about because this is affecting women's health. This is affecting mental health. This is affecting children. So let's go to you, Adrian. What you think?
So personally, I am a pro-lifer. I come from a pro-lifer family, so I do understand there are circumstances like T was saying where somebody might need to get an abortion. I understand that health concerns definitely come into play. And for those reasons, yes, I support somebody picking their health over a baby, because trying to save that baby could mean both of them dying. Get that. But for the women, girls, whoever you want to put out here that's just out here, we just having random unprotected sex. We just using abortion as a contraceptive. No, I'm not for that, because be smart, protect yourself, avoid this situation so we don't have to have this conversation. As far as taking a man's opinion into mind when you're making that decision, I think hearing a man's opinion is great. You should always consider everybody's opinion, but at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. She has her own mind. It's her body. Now, with that being said, and playing the devil's advocate, if your man say he don't want that baby and you choose to have that baby, you cannot then go back to that man and say, I need you to take care of that baby, because he made it clear that he didn't feel that he was ready to be a father to that baby. And you made that decision. So when you make that decision to have a baby, when a man is letting you know he don't want to, you are making that decision to be a single mother. And women have to start owning up to that and stop coming back and saying, okay, I want the baby. You don't want the baby. Now I have the baby. Now I need your money.
Should there be an age limit on that though? Like, say for instance, like because teenagers, kids, they make mistakes all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
adults make mistakes. Life is
like should there be an age limit? Like, should you force a 16 or 14, 15, 16-year-old?
Yeah, she having sex.
But at the end of the day,
she having sex. She grown enough to lay down in a bed, take off her clothes, let herself be penetrated without a protection. Yeah, she is grown enough to then have to live with that decision.
Exactly. Well, I think no, you can't. I think
I feel like you can't force them to do that. Period.
If I lay down in the bed with a chick and I ejaculate in her, it's after that it's out of my hands. I know what comes with this ejaculation. Exactly. It's out of my. I shouldn't have did it. Exactly. Ain't know I was drunk. It ain't gonna happen. I ain't, cause I know what come with it. So if she say I'm having this baby, I can kick and scream. But who I'm gonna be mad at? Her? How I'm gonna be mad at her?
Right.
She couldn't do it by herself.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, she didn't give me a baby. I gave her the things needed to produce something she already got.
True.
Let me go ahead. Yeah, you got the baby. Let me go ahead and give. I don't have to give you that. You feel me? I could have pulled out. I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna? Listen. And as far and to close it out, to land on it, and as far as who got the last say so, that is the biggest responsibility in the whole world.
Amen.
A living, breathing thing. If the husband wanted a baby, and just say the husband, like, I want the baby, and the wife say no. We all know divorce, breakups, who taking care of the baby? It ain't the damn husband. He can say no, I quit anytime he feel like. Mother gonna be breaking her back. We know it.
Back in the day, yes, but it's in 2022, I see more single fathers raising kids, because mommy's out here on this city girl stuff than we've ever seen in life before. Like, single men are having custody. I have a brother who has custody of his children right now. Single men are raising their kids.
That's still few and far between.
It's actually not as few as y'all think it is. It's
really a lot, but it's still few.
That's what I'm saying. It's really rising. Like, it's not as small as y'all think it is.
But we got more.
It's not the majority, but it ain't a small percentage either.
And then you got more programs for fathers now. We didn't have all these programs back then for fathers, like the Fatherhood Initiative. You got a lot of people that are fighting for fathers now to be able to have custody and have the resources to take care of their kids. Because I have been seeing a lot of dads out here. Mm-hmm. I seen one the other day, and he had 3 of his babies with him. I applaud him.
It's like a catch-22, because I feel like some of those things make it easier for a deadbeat to be a deadbeat, and I feel like it helps those ones that are a good father become a good father and be able to take on the role and have the rights that they have. Now, the whole thing is the issue is I feel like, because I'm gonna just talk about the majority, it's mainly African American males that don't have custody of their kids or don't be involved in their kids, or that's what the stereotype is in regards to it.
Right.
So a lot of things is that males aren't educated. They don't know what rights that they have.
That's true.
And then they automatically think because a woman, if you want to come and get your child and you come over her house and she say no, oh, that's it. Or a lot of guys, because I know a lot of guys, I'm not going to put any names out there, but I know guys that be, well, I don't want to go through that, or because she gonna take me down to child support, or she gonna keep me away from my kid. She won't let me see my kid. I be trying, but she don't let me see my kid. Da da da. Nobody, I feel like nobody can keep you away from your kid.
That's weak.
Right. That nobody can keep you away from your kid.
You really want to be in
exactly. You really want to be in that kid life. The court system is there for
most guys want to stay out the court system because they don't want to pay the money,
or they don't want to get
That's
arrested.
period.
Or they don't want to get.
I was going to say they don't understand the court system because if you take the court system, if you suing for custody and what guys don't know is if you win, you don't pay the money. You can, in your decision, you can request that the loser pays that money.
No, I mean like child support money. I mean child support money. When guys say my daughter, your mother kept me away from you, that's weak.
That is weak.
That's weak. Not the court kept you away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How a mother kept you?
They
Go to court.
Stop you from visitation.
Exactly.
The whole thing is they can't stop you from visitation.
Nope.
But in order for you to get your kid, it's very hard for a male to get a child away from the mother because you have to prove that mother is not
unfit,
stable or
right?
not
And
fit
that you
to
can
take care of that child.
Right.
That's a hard thing to prove.
Unless she out here just shooting the girl. She just
I hate
walking
when
around.
guys do that. That's weak.
I'm
I hate
sure. Well,
when- that's
social media is pooping up. Like so these females out here putting it out here on social media. Like,
Speaking of proof, we got a sponsor. No, yes. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, we can't give a shout out to the sponsor. He was saying no. Oh.
No, only reason I'm saying no because I'm getting messages about the conversation. I guess it's a little too racy. I personally don't think so. I think it's freedom of speech, and I feel like, I'm trying to defend it because I think I believe in freedom of speech. Period. And I don't want to kill any content because I don't think anything that y'all are saying is offensive. But somebody's taking offense to it because it's an emotional conversation. That's the best way I'm gonna say
it because it's touching on their nerves.
Exactly.
What is the name of the show?
It's called
TMI. Too much information.
Exactly.
What did you expect to get on here?
Listen,
there ain't nothing inappropriate. It's only hurting you if you know in your heart it's true.
Because here's the thing: what's crazy is we all have different opinions on it here at the table. But here's a beautiful part about the show. And to this person, let me explain to you what the show is about and what the show will do. We talk about topics that people have disagreements on, that people feel passionate about, and we show how you can have an educated, reasonable, respectful conversation amongst your peers without getting emotional about it. Now, we all have demonstrated and displayed different aspects of this topic tonight. Now, one person has argued. Now, one person has cussed each other out. Now, one person, and we all have different viewpoints. So, caller, like, say, for instance, how the court is saying this kid is not mature enough to have his baby. Well, some people are not mature enough to have this conversation. We are. I'm sorry, and I apologize for that. You feel me? But what this show will not do is we're not going to offend you. And we I don't think nobody said anything. We're not going to offend you. And my thing is,
you're only offended if you offended.
Yeah, exactly. You're only offended if you're offended.
That's like, and I don't criticize anybody call you a lame. You call. I know.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Like
I believe in this. It's not what you call me. It's what I answer to.
Yeah. And it's just like this. And we could talk about baseball. Somebody's going to have an issue with the player how we talking about a certain player. I'm offended by that. We're not calling nobody out their name. We're not calling nobody stupid. We're not judging nobody because I'm not here to judge nobody. As the host of this show, my job is to provide a place where everybody through this show can have a voice heard. Now I will do this as a responsible adult and the host of the show to this caller. If you felt offended by anything that we said, we apologize for that. Real talk. But What we will not apologize for is talking about things that people talk about.
Amen. Because what we are talking about is
because if we don't talk about it, then how's people going to actually make educated decisions when it comes down to Roe versus Wade? When it comes down to if you have a teenage daughter in this situation, at least you have different perspective, to come with, because we're not here to judge anybody or pass any judgment, like I said, and that's that. And shout out to our sponsor, Growing Wings Adult Services. It's the official sponsor of the state-of-the-art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services has over 7 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, I want you to call Lisa at 234-334-7547. That's 234-334-7547.
They can't handle that one. They ain't gonna be able to sit through R. Kelly conversation. They might want to log off.
They want us to talk about Care Bears and rainbows.
That's a Trump supporter right there.
That was a right winger for sure. Sorry.
It is a topic that's never ended topic.
And the thing is, we have somebody on here that believe that's pro-right, that's pro-life. We have people in here that's pro-abortion or not. We have somebody here that was pro-choice. It's
I ain't saying pro-abortion, pro-choice.
That's where we at.
The thing is, we're all is pro-decision. And making the right decision for you. You know what I mean? And we can't judge anybody. We can't pass any type of bad reputation or name on any individual out there for whatever choice they choose. We just want people to listen to the show and figure out a different way to communicate with each other without all the bullshit.
Somebody said we was touching on racism. So I think it's not more that we talking about abortion, is that we talking about the fact that white women get more abortions than black women.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Those are statistics. Now, here's the thing. You know what's crazy? We can bring out those statistics. We'll bring out those statistics and people will get offended. But they'll bring out statistics like, more crimes are committed by black people. And that's fine.
The black crime rate.
The prison system is filled with 80% African Americans. You guys are crazy. Like,
everybody
come on now.
There's a certain method to the madness of the survey.
Right.
There's certain locations that they go in order to get those surveys. It's not surveying everybody. It may be 10 people. It may be 100 people.
Yeah.
It all depends on numbers.
Yeah.
That plays a big factor. If they're lying about the answers that they give, things of that nature.
You know what's crazy? Fox News talks about this stuff. And I guarantee you, those people ain't getting offended when Fox News talk about it. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying?
Drinking their coffee, eating their bagels.
Do we need to do a dance with this? I think that's what it is. We gotta do a whole little dance.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, go on TikTok.
I went to a bracelet.
Make it easier.
But now it's time. But I'll tell you like this. Well, thank you, caller or listener. For giving us your opinion. We respect it, all that. But now it's time for our guest of the evening. You feel me? Drum roll. Yes. The legendary filmmaker, writer, director. You know what I mean? Former artist. Because you got so many accolades. So I go on. You know what I mean? Like Captain Planet. I think he a member of the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't seen his superpowers yet, but this brother has done a lot of great things and amazing things in the city of Cleveland, in the film industry and in the music industry as well. Without further ado, I want to introduce everybody to the great Mike Berry. In the building. How you feeling tonight, brother?
Blessed.
And more blessed?
Yeah, I'm blessed.
Now, I got to give this man a shout out. You know what I'm saying? A personal shout out. Blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Like, me and him, we haven't worked together, per se. We've been doing the film thing, for a minute. I've been out here for about 8 years. He's been doing it longer than I have, I think. And we was able to finally talk at the Indies. We talked a few times, but we was able to really chop it up at the Indies and have a good brother to brother moment. I'm glad and I'm blessed to have him here on the show. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of good things that we're working on together. You feel me? And he got blessed me with some things and some information. And this is a good dude right here. So let's go ahead and get into this conversation, brother. I appreciate you coming through, dog.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
And they ain't want to let all the cats out the bag. You know what I'm saying? This is some business. I don't know what to pass. Is this a juice? Why are you passing me juice on the low? It's a delicious juice. It's Welch's. You up here, I'm thinking you about to hand me a bottle of liquor or something. I look down, this is Welch's fruit punch.
Don't need none of that. No.
Nah, man, I don't want none of that. I'm glad you handed me some wealth. Thank you. I appreciate it, dog. So, Mike, man.
Blessings, see, they just pop up on you sometimes. You don't have
Man, God's plan, bro. Appreciate you, dog. So, Mike, man, let's take it back, bro. What started you making films? What got you interested in being a filmmaker?
I was a rapper first, you know what I'm saying? My name was Big Gang back in the day. I was doing my thing. I had a couple top 100 hours. I had a top 20 single.
Let's go.
I toured with MTV without a record deal.
Okay.
I got nominated for a Soul Train Award. So the reason I got into movies because I needed a longer shelf life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's back when you couldn't be an older rapper. You can now, but back then, so I needed something that could allow me to be creative longer. And I just thought film was it. So I was like, I'm finna do that.
Right.
That's literally what I was just thinking. I'm finna do that because I could be 50. Ain't nobody gonna question it.
Right.
I could be 60.
And still doing that.
Yeah, that's how I got into film.
So is there any filmmakers that caught your eye and inspired you? Like, I want to kind of be, like this guy or,
Well, no, not the first thing I saw was The Game Ain't For Everybody.
Right.
If y'all ever seen that, that's like legendary Cleveland film. When I saw that, I remember thinking I could do that because they did it. And it was hood nigga. It was Chase Moore, Ray Jr., and early Ray, early Chase. And I was like, if they could do that, I could do it because they're not smarter than me. That's literally what I thought. Like they was just regular dudes. And that's how I started.
Right on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, in your years of filmmaking, can you tell us a time where you really knew like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do? When was that spark?
February 10th, 2011, with my first short film. It was called Secrets. The first time I said action, I knew. I just knew. I can't explain that feeling. I was like, this is it.
Right on.
And my business partner, we went on a date one time. I met her on Facebook. She had these purple boots on. I'll tell her this story. But anyway,
shout out to purple boots.
Yeah, he like, I remember.
Purple. So we go eat. Now listen, we go. There was two. They was thigh high. We go. Yeah, them thigh highs. Oh, so we go eat. So we go eat. And so I'm like, what you do? She got a day job. She was selling big insurance. And she's like, but I'm starting a casting company. I was like, for real, what's that? She said, I cast movies. Dad, for real? And I was like, I got this little short script. It's like 20 pages. Mm-hmm. You think you could cast it for me? And I read it and we shot it. And I remember at that date, before the date was over, I was like, this ain't going no further than this. Because I knew, like, she was put, you know what I mean? Like it was like a divine thing. And she's still my partner. We 10 movies in. Like, you feel me? Like, I just knew then I got whatever this energy is, I got to stall that. Because if I go there and that don't work, I'm not going to get what I know she finna give me. And she done casted all my movies. Right, and she my best friend. You feel me?
That's what's up. So is there any, like, out of all the actors that's been in film, that's alive or dead, is there? Give us, if you had your choice, if you had your budget, who would be like your prime actor besides me that you could work? That you would work?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Like I would say like Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who got the range.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so you could pull it.
Give me your top five actors.
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead?
Yeah, that's tough, man. Al Pacino.
Ain't gotta be no particular order, but Al
Pacino. What'd you say? Denzel. Sorry, Denzel. Al Pacino. I hate Samuel L. Jackson.
You hate Samuel?
Yeah,
you don't like Samuel?
He always.
Ain't that a motherfucker?
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Who got range?
Is it? I mean, Sam.
No, Sam always the same.
He play the same.
He always.
Denzel always the same.
Sam is always the same.
Denzel is all.
No. Even in Black Snake Moan, he is the same, just in Black Snake
Moan. But isn't Denzel the same?
No, Training Day is not.
That's why he won the award because actually that like. Training Day was the truth.
Yeah, Triple X.
Training Day was the truth.
He's the same character in True X.
Who?
This Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, cool, but he just ain't got that thing Denzel got. He don't got that.
He's charismatic.
I don't know if Samuel Jackson can make me cry.
I don't know.
I don't know if he can make me cry. Show me, tell me a movie that he can make you cry.
Jungle Fever.
He can.
He was a crackhead.
He can entertain you. He can entertain.
Yeah,
you.
Stevie Wonder playing in the background. He got shot
can
by his
entertain
daddy
you,
over the
but
TV.
That was he good like snakes on a plane.
It was.
Okay, that's good. But
Time to kill.
The Time to Kill.
Time to
Yeah.
Kill.
Time to Kill was good. Time to Kill was good.
I hope they burn in hell.
Burn in hell.
Yeah, they deserve to die. I hope they all burn in hell.
That's the same as the Negotiator. That's the same as the Negotiator. It's the same character. It's the same character. He the same character. I'm
The
telling
movie
you.
where he did principal, where he the teacher and stuff.
He the same character.
Yes, you gonna let him know.
He got the same.
Are you gonna burn in hell?
I hope they burn in hell. He talk like that in every movie.
Burn in
You
hell.
better come over here. He talked the same in Coach Carter.
All right, what about? Do you think Will Smith is a good actor?
He cool. He all right.
Yeah, all right.
He all right.
But you don't think he got range?
You don't think he? Yeah, you don't think Will Smith?
I don't know, man. You starting to lose credibility, dog.
When you see like Al Pacino, when you see the Al Pacinos, they just so raw
You
with
feel
it.
like Al Pacino got more.
They in the mafia every movie.
Al Pacino. Hold on.
Al Pacino got
Al
more
Pacino and Will Smith ain't in the same league. No, Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate. He was just a
He was a gangster in another suit.
Listen, even if he just gangsters,
Right.
it's his nuance. You believe he a gangster. I don't believe Will Smith is none of that stuff he did.
I don't believe Will
Except for the one movie with the little boy. Other than that,
You don't believe Will Smith is Mike
They're like
Lowry?
the
You don't believe he?
Godfather.
Woo! You don't teach people how to
that's
drive.
no, that ain't nothing. Right
Nah,
there, that's not that.
All right,
acting
what
ain't-
about Independence Day? He punched the alien in the face.
that acting is that's not
Welcome to Earth.
What about Bad Boys?
Bad Boy. The type of acting in Bad Boys is not the same acting as Godfather.
No, it's not.
It's
That's
not even
yeah, you're right.
close.
Those are different levels.
Yeah, like-
Those are different levels.
Men in Black 3 acting.
That was whack. Bad Boys 3 was terrible. Like, get that movie out of here.
No. Man,
That was terrible.
So Will Smith in Concussion was definitely a good movie.
I didn't see that one.
Will
7
Smith-
pounds.
Will Smith in 7 Pounds.
That was
definitely
good.
a good
That
movie.
was good.
Will Smith and the new movie he just
Ali.
made. With
Ali was good. Ali
the
was
movie,
good.
movie he just made about the Williams
He ain't
sisters.
no Denzel.
Oh, that was good
The
too.
movie,
I,
the Williams
Denzel was my
sisters
number
was
one though. He is. He's
Denzel,
my top dog.
Denzel,
But moving
Chadwick
on.
Boseman, them two.
I would
definitely-
like to. I would just like to
But Will
mention
and
Al
Sam and
Pacino.
Huh?
I'm very mad at you because all my life I had to fight and watch
Godfather 1, 2, and 3.
Scarface.
Come on now.
Mama, I didn't want to put you on blast, but
Look,
I watched that every single day of my life. I think I can quote every single mob movie.
I love mob movies.
I love mob movies.
Love them to death.
Carlito's Way.
Carlito's Way is a good movie.
Hey, that's the thing. Al Pacino
Benny
made you
Blanco
believe
from the- yes.
this dude was an Italian playing a Cuban man in Scarface, and you forgot this man was Italian.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Hell, even Latino people forgot he was Italian.
Yeah, you right too.
You feel me? Like,
The
Yeah.
Godfather was good. The Godfather was definitely good.
like-
I can rewatch The Godfather. Yes.
but he's basically blackface Spanish people.
But in their defense, a lot of times it's the script.
Yeah.
That writing in The Godfather is not the writing in Bad Boys, so it's hard to.
Mario Puzo, you talking Mario Puzo with Francis Ford Coppola? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's
whoever wrote Scarface. Like, who writes that?
Jerry Bruckheimer or something, or what was
Yeah.
that? Michael Bay or something.
You owe us 2 more.
Bad Boys.
You only gave us 3. You owe us 2 more.
It's hard. Who I'd be like, damn, this dude raw. I gotta sleep on it. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top.
Hey, you know what dope ass movie we need to talk about though? Grace and Mercy.
Grace and Mercy.
You feel me? I think, because my man's got Grace and Mercy coming out hitting the theaters. You feel me? We got that popping next week, right? You know what I mean? Yeah,
Next Saturday.
Yeah, it's sold out, right? You feel me?
Yeah,
sold out. You know what I mean? So let's tell us about Grace and Mercy, man. Like without giving too much about the movie away. You know what I mean? Give us some
Grace and Mercy is a religious themed comedy about a girl named Grace who dies, ends up in purgatory, and has to learn her life's lessons before she can talk to God and see if he's gonna let her go to heaven. Meanwhile, the devil has snuck into purgatory and he is her type, and he wants to claim his 666 soul before she talks to God. And and I ain't giving nothing away. That's you can see that in the trailer, and everybody there know he the devil, but they can't say nothing because free will is in effect.
Oh,
she don't see it. They see it, but she don't see it because he is her type. So her free will is going to either get her into heaven or send her to hell.
That sounds like women in everyday life.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie though. Yeah, it's a good movie. So I'm excited. Yeah.
So in the process of filming this movie, man, tell us, like what inspired you to make a film like this?
To be honest, it's a business decision. Like I don't do passion projects no more. I did those. So, I write a script that's got marketability. So I know everybody is into the church. So, but I ain't about to hit you over the head with religion. So I needed a cool story.
A different way to, gotcha.
Yeah, because a lot of filmmakers, they gonna write about stuff they like. And if that don't resonate with a larger sample size, then that's a passion project, and you're probably not gonna make your money back. You feel
right.
me?
Right.
Smart.
Yeah.
So what kind of advice would you give to like an aspiring filmmaker, man?
2 things. Number 1, first is when you make a movie, you actually make 3. It's the movie you write, the movie you shoot, and the movie you edit, and they never gonna be the same. So whatever you wrote on that paper, your script, that ain't what you finna shoot. It's never gonna go that way.
Right.
Then once you shoot it, you go to edit. It's not gonna go right. So the number 3 is the most important. And the most important thing is don't make movies for other filmmakers. Too many times filmmakers care about what the other filmmakers think. The average person in a movie seat don't know about. If I show my movie to a filmmaker, he's gonna pick it apart. It's soft, it's blown out, it's this. Regular people don't know that. That's why people turn on Tubi TV and they see these movies. I look at it and could be like, this wrong. But people be like, man, this is amazing. I don't say nothing because I know they looking through layman's eyes. So don't make movies for professionals. Make them for everyday people. Because that's who you gonna ask for the $20, $25, whatever you know.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. So before we roll out, man, let me ask you this, right? So coming out this movie, are you planning on like what's the next move after this with the film? Like, are you planning on taking it, worldwide, or we going?
Well, I can show you a text. I'll show it to you later, though. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. I mean, I got some contacts, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So
who's in it? Like
oh no, this all local. I don't got no B. Usually I use B names: Clifton Powell, Omar Good, Paula J. Parker, AJ Johnson. I had all of them. But this one, I was like, I'm just gonna use regular people. Yeah. Because another tip, the reason I always use those B names is because I know that you don't always sell a movie, you sell a poster.
Right.
When you go to Netflix, you look for faces that are familiar to you.
I see it,
and my name starts with a B.
Yeah. So I'll go get it. I'll go get Clifton Powell for the dirt.
I'm a B name. You feel me? So
I mean, so listen, you go.
I'm so corny. Like, it's crazy.
No,
like,
for real. Like
I'm a big nigga. Can I get in?
Movie, you could go get a B name. You throw a B name in there. No, yeah. So, people fill up movies with their friends, but your friends can't act.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Have a casting call, get the best actor. I wrote this for my boy. Can he act? He'll be all right.
Yeah. Hey, so word to all y'all that want to be in the connected, like make sure, because y'all know me, I ain't just. I'll be like, yo.
Yeah. With your best
yeah.
And also look out for Legit Paper dropping on Stars September 1st. So that's my second. I directed that for Ray Jr. So that's the second.
Was in the building for the
yeah, man. Let everybody know where they can find your work.
And Ray
man.
Jr. doing his thing. That's my
shout out Ray Jr. man, like all day.
Definitely was in the building for the premiere. Definitely was in the building for that.
You can find me on Instagram, Mike Berry 241, Skip Thomas Productions. So, I'm about independent, man. So, because I was independent, I started out with a $300 camera and a $75 light with my first movie. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what it's like to be independent. I ain't funny acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm assertive, so people they sometimes think they can't approach me. But I'm a businessman, so when you approach me, you got to be talking about something, or we ain't gonna be talking long because I can't do that with you. But if you talking about something, we're gonna be talking about something.
Hey, I know firsthand.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about
You
something
feel me?
because I understand what it's like to be independent. You know what I'm saying? But before I get to going in my Rolodex for you, I gotta know it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when they treated me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's a process. If anybody think this is an overnight thing, like getting into the film game, it's not like it takes years of work and you got to be dedicated, be prepared to, like lose some sleep, but prepared to, deal with different personalities and having to be able to do all that while actually, like leading and constructing your project.
What you got to do, even with any business, whatever it is people listening is going through, to be successful, you got to go from failure to failure with zero loss of enthusiasm. Right. If you can go from one failure to the next failure with the same enthusiasm, this the one, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I bankrupt myself twice with this film before I was twice. I wasn't tripping though. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Like my motivational speaker. For
no,
real. Like,
well, I do that too though. But
she about to be like, I'm about to get it. She about to run right out the door through the wall.
But listen, when you embark on something and you had this big vision and it don't work out like you planned, you lose something. It takes something from you. And so you go from 100 to 75, and then you try something else and you go from 75 to 60. I don't think like that. I'm at 100 and I fail, I'm at 100. I'm at 100 still, like that money I lost, that's gone.
Because my routine is I'll fail, I go down to zero, I'll smoke a blunt. See, I need that blunt kick me back up because like I was watching that Cat Williams, you smoke that weed.
Well, the thing is, just remember, like nobody famous is gonna tell a different story.
Right.
So it ain't like you. Sometimes we think the universe is conspiring against us to fuck us over. Right.
That's why I kind of
like sometimes you feel like
that's what I'm thinking
you be like, man, it's personal against me. Like I give you an example. You got a car for 5 years. That boy start up every day. You go to work one day, it won't start. Then 2-3 days later, the tranny go out, and then you be like, this shit always breaking down. But you didn't say nothing for the 5 years that it was going good. So in your career, when it's going good, it's going good. But then when stuff don't line up, it's never lining up. No, it just didn't line up this time. Right. But think all the times you got this establishment. You doing it. But then when they say, hey, you got to move out, you'll be like, man, that's messed up. But you're not grateful for the 5 years you might have had in this. Right. So I just try to keep myself on 100 and be like, I gotta stay on 100 because the shit gonna happen. Right on. It's gonna happen to me. Money gonna come, money gonna go. I don't care about none of that. All I gotta do is be obedient to the call. Like when the universe tells me do this, I gotta do that. I don't care what nobody else talking about, what nobody else doing. If I fail, it's just another lesson. You know what I'm saying? People be like, Mike, man, you made it. Nobody makes it. Nobody ever crosses if you cross a finish line, you got a messed up way of thinking. You should never cross a finish line. It's just another hurdle. Right on. It's always going to be another hurdle. That's why Bill Gates or Dr. Dre could be billionaires and want more money. It ain't that they want more money. It's they going over new hurdles. They don't want more money. This is just what they do.
And that's a product of doing.
This what they do.
This the product of doing business. You're gonna make more money. Yeah, exactly. And so you can't fault them for that. Like and in life,
you feel me?
You can't. And see,
you think Dr. Dre make music now for money? This just what he do.
You feel me? Like, and the thing is in life, man, you gonna, in order to accomplish, if you want to accomplish major things, nothing comes without sacrifice. Yeah. Without that loss, because here's the thing, it's just like you looking at the NBA season. There's not one team, even the Chicago Bulls, they won 72 games, but they still lost 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? Like Jordan left it, like you have failures. Jordan, like every play, there's not one aspect of victory that didn't come after. You know what I'm saying?
And victory is subjective, though.
It is.
Man, listen, bro, real quick. Without going off into it, man, I deal with mental health. I advocate for mental health. I got a nonprofit. I've been dealing with depression 25 years and this morning. You feel me? I was suicidal for like 7 years every day. This back when I was doing my rapping thing. So when people be like, it's this and it's that, I'll be like, bro, the movie, that's cool. But the fact that I was still able to make 10 movies. I got movies on Hulu, movies on Stars, movies on DirecTV, Amazon, all of that in the headspace that I was in. I really don't give a dude who never dealt with mental health no slack. Cause I haven't been 100% in 25 years, bro. On my best day, I'm 85. That's no cap. On my best day.
I feel that.
But under that though, I know that it's something in me that the universe, that God is conspiring with me to make this happen. You feel me? So fuck all that.
Right.
Sad, I'm this, I'm that. That I really want to be here. So since I want to be here, I might as well keep answering this damn call, getting busy. I didn't want to come here tonight, but I had to. My anxiety is high today. No. My anxiety. No. My anxiety was high, but it gotta be done. You feel me? Like it has.
You cool
to be
now
done.
though, man? You good?
No, I'm cool.
All right,
Yeah, I'm cool. Whether cool or not, I was gonna do.
Hey, but look, though, I want to tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all just some because you inspired me to tell y'all to put this out here. Because I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but this is literally true story shit, and it just happened yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you how divine intervention happened, how God happened. Hopefully, this motivate people and everything. So, like, I got a homeboy, right? Known him for years. Dude, gangster as hell. But I got off of work early yesterday because I was celebrating my good news with my series, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I had to take care of some things, you know what I'm saying? Got off early and I got to my auntie house. As soon as I got to my auntie house, someone told me to go on social media. I go on social media and I see my man's, he put something crazy on there and I know he don't talk like that, and I know him for now 15 years and I know he don't talk like that. Hit him up, had a conversation, crazy shit popping off. I met up with him, you know what I'm saying? We rolled, you know what I'm saying? We rolled around and he was about to do some crazy shit. And we ain't never bond like that before until that point in time. And it's just how everything happened, because if I wouldn't have got the news that I got, then I wouldn't have took off for work early to handle, you know what I'm saying, some things and celebrate and then be at the right point at the right time before stopping my partner from doing something wild and crazy. You feel me? And it's just like, and it's that, to me, it was just for him in that point in time, because I know what type of person he is. I know what type of dude he is. Like for both of us, that was some amazing type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And shout out my mans. I ain't gonna drop my names and nothing like that. You feel me? Just out of respect. But I appreciate you coming through here with inspiring words, man. Because like even in my darkest times, I've been going through crazy dark times. My man Deli know. He's the only person in this room that know everything that's been going on. You feel me? And and we all about perseverance, man, and overcoming these obstacles out here, because they're gonna be here. Hurdles is gonna be here. Dark times are gonna be here. But guess what? When there's night, also the sun will rise and there's gonna be a day. You know what I mean? It's not gonna rain forever. You feel me? And then also like this, and I have a line. When it rains, you turn it to drinking water. You feel me? When it rains, you turn it into something. When bad times are happening, you turn it into something to keep you going, to motivate you to move on to the next step. Because you can find, in darkness, you can actually find light. You can learn how to see in the dark. And that actually makes you more dangerous. So the next time the darkness comes, you know how to navigate through that joint. You feel me? Oh. I'm like,
I would have got a chance to say that Mike Berry is definitely somebody I consider as Cleveland history.
This is my cousin, by the way.
I follow everybody. I know who fronting, who faking, who real, who ain't. I check them. They scared when I show up. Motherfuckers be like, Alex in here. Oh, we can cuss? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you can cuss, bro. You good, cuss.
I don't know, somebody might take it offensive.
I'll show you my last conversation with him when I wrote This Might Get Too Gangster. He asked to see it. Only reason I never got it to him, because you know how we all get busy in life, like he said, like we go through things and we have a real life besides our entertainment and what everybody see, the glitz and the glamour and our IG posts and stuff. And he's right, like a lot of people be fronting and faking. He telling the truth.
Indeed. And we had the truth from the building, indeed, man. So, big round of applause. We about to cut to our first commercial break of the night, but big round of applause. Show this man his respect, the legendary great Mike Berry out here. And this Red Line Entertainment show of TMI is brought to you by Dynatech. As testified by many satisfied customers, our diamond saw blades are the fastest cutting and longest lasting. Customer satisfaction is how we measure success at Dynatech. Our engineers are always available to help you troubleshoot and solve any problem on your job site. Dynatech is not only a saw blade company recommended by Pavement Marketing Manufacturing Industries. Located in Elyria, Ohio, Dynatech is committed to being the top diamond saw blade company around the world. Our products include saw blades, abrasive blades, pavement marking blades, core drill rigs, core drill rig bits, high-speed gas saws, masonry saws, walk-behind saws, and tile saws, and other construction equipment. We stand behind our products with the warranty and customer service that keeps our customers satisfied and earns us a ranking of the best in the industry. Dynatech. Contact Dynatech today, 161 Reaser Court, Elyria, Ohio, 44035. Call 1-800-446-9001. Email sales@dynatech.com.
Jesus.
That's just how I'm stepping, wrestling with this life. He rock bottom, now I'm finally flexing. Type of work I look at y'all is light. Light is my complexion. Usher got it bad, you let it burn. These are my confessions. I'm from Cleveland, I'm the hardest rapping. See this shit corrected, perfect imperfection. Rap is my profession. You getting in finesse. You can't stop my blessing. You can't stop progression. Kill shit with discretion. Class is now in session. Hope you learn to listen. Rest in peace to Nuts. La dad and took. Mommy 7-2. Air shed and Bruce. I rest in peace to Boo. Got a close stoop. This ain't nothing new. Blow a shit is flu. This shit hot as stew. Stick to this like glue. Mobbing with the crew. Made them boo and you. B-Mac Day 2. Just to name a few. Confiding Reggie 2. And we snapping 2. All you bitches too. And you niggas too. I got shit to prove and I got shit to lose. So I got shit to do. What a bad one you be bragging about. Cause that little bitch ain't cute. I'm gonna win again and win again. Cause dog, this ain't no fluke. Let me fill you up with gas is broke. I am not a poop. You can keep the cars and clothes and hoes. Cause I just want the loot. I'm the truth.
This motherfucker don't miss. No, he's fucking good. That motherfucker don't miss, man. He's good, he's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss. No.
It's a goddamn shame that I'm knee deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on me, nigga. All this money and this fame, I swear I would never change. But they did it, they surprised me, nigga. But girl, it's your ears and love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. But girl, it's too vibes for me. Swear it's too vibes for me. Girl, it's too vibes for me. Swear it's too vibes for me. It's a goddamn shame. I don't need deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on you, nigga. All this money and this fame, I swear I would never change. But they did it, ain't surprising you, nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Want to impress you, better drown the fish. Her loyalty, that is my cottage shit. No fake love, she no counterfeit. She top notch, but that's my bottom bitch. She off limits, that shit got him sick. I'm on my way and I do 90 for it. I fight the real and I get grimy for it. When we together, have some childish moments. Now put your feet up and have another drink to relax. We need to link up, cause every time we link up, it crack. Now that's my baby, that's my bundle of joy. I've been blessed by the best. You really humble your boy. I exercise, I have some sour faces. It's bittersweet, at least some sour tastes. It's kinda hard to find an our replacement. A man of God was spittle verse like his shirt. All your feelings spoke the same, cause it ain't love if it hurts. And I ain't riding shotgun, this ain't a scrub on the verse. I had to dust my shoulders off, I really came from the dirt. Yeah, I'm on my way, baby, it's go time. Your sexy ass done, you so fine. Damn, I love it how you slow wine. I wanna eat it if you don't mind. I had them panties off in no time. Girl, it's show just a goddamn shame. I don't need deep in the game. I got some people telling lies who you live. All this money in this fame, I swear I would never change. But they did it, they surprised me, a nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. But girl, it's the vibes for me. Swear it's the vibes for me. Girl, it's the vibes for me. Swear it's the vibes for me. It's a goddamn shame. I don't need deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on you, nigga. All this money in this fame, I swear I would never change. What they did, it ain't surprising you, nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing.
You survive for me. Private pleasure me, please. You leave me like a king, and I'll follow up for shock away. But always the love to me. Ain't gotta question anything. Always your vibe for me. Always your vibe for me.
It's a goddamn shame. I don't need deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on you, nigga. All this money in this fame, I swear I would never change. But they did it, they surprised me, a nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. But girl, it's the vibes for me. Swear it's the vibes for me. Girl, it's the vibes for me. Swear it's the vibes for me. It's a goddamn shame. I don't need deep in the game. I got some people telling lies on you, nigga. All this money in this fame, I swear I would never change. What they did, it ain't surprising you, nigga. But girl, it's your essence, love your presence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Girl, it's your presence, I love your essence. Everything you do, I swear you be flexing. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here, the host of Money's Crazy Mind and Steel City Renegades. And you know, Redline Radio LLC is proud to partner with Growing Wings Adult Services for the creation of our brand new state-of-the-art production studio. Growing Wings Adult Services has been assisting adults with disabilities in the Northeast Ohio area for the past 5 years. For more information on how Lisa and the team at Growing Wings can assist your family, you can contact Lisa at 234-334-7547 today. Again, that's 234-334-7547.
What's going on, everybody? It is 10 Buck 2 from 10 Buck Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time. Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, you know I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
After we going R. Kelly.
Yeah, we going R. Kelly, and we're back.
Oh, this ain't.
T.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what happened here.
Look at that, y'all.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. And we are back. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out, Mike Berry. Thank you one more time, man. Mike Berry, big shout out to the king coming through. We're back with more TMI. First hour, we talked about, the case down in Florida, abortion rights. Had a very interesting conversation. It was really awesome, really dope. We even had somebody, got a little offended and, whatnot about the conversation. And, we're going to keep it rolling. Now, let's see if anybody going to get offended about this next topic. The Pied Piper of R&B. Mr. TP2.com. Mr. Bumper Grind. Mr. Stepping in the Name of Love. Mr. Remix to the Edition. That a song about pressing.
Mr. Half on the Baby.
You know what I mean?
Honey Love.
R. Kelly back in the news.
Remind me of something.
Now look, I'm gonna go to the TMI group chat because I gotta pull this out. I gotta pull this out of the TMI group chat. So let's go here. Because I like to do my reporting. I gotta give this disclaimer and all that. Let's see here. All right, here we go. All right, according to General Press 24, everything we know about R. Kelly's relationship with Jane Doe, also known as his goddaughter. So apparently, he has had sexual relations with his goddaughter over 100 times. All right, so the article reads, R. Kelly's trial in Northern District of Chicago, Illinois is finally underway and it's already heating up. But it seems as though no matter what the disgraced singer has been alleged to have done, his diehard supporters are writing for him and his freedom. And now, many are calling for another R&B singer to be locked up in his place. Perhaps you heard on Twitter about, hold on, what the hell? Okay, let me see here. All right, perhaps you've been on Twitter recently and you started noticing the odd trending topic. It's one that you thought may have never seen become of one of the highest trending topics of the social media platform of the week. Free R. Kelly.
Free R. Kelly.
Justice for R. Kelly. Ain't that something? All right. So according to NBC News, R. Kelly's attorneys attempted to have the judge bar any potential viewer of the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly from being part of the jury pool. The attorneys felt that the docuseries would make it impossible for persons to differentiate between what they saw on TV and in the courtroom. However, their request has been denied by the judge presiding over the case. NBC News reports that the judge shared that they would still be eligible to serve in the manner even if they view only parts of the series. So there's also the report that he had basically sexual relations with his goddaughter over 100 times.
Who is counting?
Her auntie. Well, no, that's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said. But her auntie Sparkle, who introduced them, is being trashed over the internet by R. Kelly fans, and people are calling her trash, and people are saying that she groomed her niece and allowed R. Kelly to take advantage of her, and calling her disgusting. So,
I see no lies.
This next chapter of In the Closet.
Oh man. Okay, let's just put it out there that In the Closet
one of the best miniseries.
It was. I watched all of them.
You talking about it in the closet?
Yes, it came out. When he was just dropping one once a week. Oh my God!
It was like he just put on the beat for like 5 hours and just made shit up as he went.
He said that he was gonna keep it going for a while, but I don't know.
He kept it going.
You still making them?
I think after Rosie the Nosy Neighbor. I think after
Oh
her.
yeah, we went way past Rosie the Nosy Neighbor.
I know. I said I am. I don't need no shots thrown.
So look, so after the recent reports of what happened with the quote unquote goddaughter, the Jane Doe, she's actually the girl on the P videos per se.
Yeah,
crazy as hell.
Yeah.
And she admitted
So
that herself.
now, I mean, like,
Never could
because
I
I have to ask y'all this right now: how many people know the true meaning of the Pledge of Allegiance? Right? Y'all do like we seen it, like people in school, we like black people in here. How many of y'all seen the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, I mean, yeah,
we sung it. Like we sing it, right? You sing it like when you're at the fucking baseball game and they're playing the Star Spangled Banner and shit. No, not the Pledge of Allegiance, but the Star Spangled Banner. Yeah, they playing the song. Yeah, I apologize. I get all of them damn old ass lyrics and songs that they came up with. Yeah, the Star Spangled Banner. When you very racist, right? Now, how many black people in this room? Because once we found out it was very racist, how many of us stopped singing this shit?
I wasn't singing it before.
I mean, I wasn't, but
I did.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I ain't gonna lie, I was a kid. Well, you know what I mean? Like, shit, hell, putting my hat over my heart, I'll never do that shit. But you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. How many?
Before Colin Kaepernick sat down, Adrian Sherrill sat down.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like when the Star Spangled, but once black people, a majority of black people, they were doing it. But once you find out about the meaning of the song, it has a different meaning to it now, don't it? Right? Yeah. Now, when it comes down to R. Kelly's music, when you hear this man is a child molester and he wrote the majority of his songs dedicated to the body and flesh of a 12-year-old girl.
It's totally different, man.
How?
Because
there were sex songs. There was nothing to do with the body. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yes, we're gonna stop listening to the Star Spangled
All we
Banner.
was doing was trying to dance.
About to stop listening to no R. Kelly. You just made it look real crazy right now.
You can't compare.
I'm just saying though. No, yes, you
can't
can.
help the music he put out.
I'm comparing the Star Spangled Banner to Bump and Grind, and I Believe I Can Fly. I Believe I Can Fly was about his love for Michael Jordan, for God's sake. It wasn't even for inspiration for people. He just thought Michael Jordan could fly really well, and he made the song.
No, that was a song for inspiration.
That was a song for inspiration. Yes, that is true. Yes, it is. He said it.
You can't even compare those two.
Hold on. One at a time, y'all. One at a time. Deli.
You can't compare those two because look.
Why?
There is not one time. There's not one time in your adult or even semi-adult life where you have been in your car bumping the Star Spangled Banner.
Facts. You ain't made no babysitter.
No. That is very true. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And I'm glad that you said that. You know what? Because here's the thing.
I believe I can fly in churches.
Word. Nah, hey, you know what? And it's crazy. Oh, they play I Believe I Can Fly in churches, but half of black people don't even like church no more after they found out what the true religion is about. So wait a minute, you got black people turning their back on Jesus. They over here like, now that's crazy, right? You know how many quote black people that turn their back on Jesus because after they found out the true meaning of the Bible, but R. Kelly, oh damn it, he made some real good sex songs.
It wasn't the black people.
Jesus, like look. I'm just saying though.
People call on Jesus more than anybody in the world.
I'm just saying.
People ain't turning our back.
R. Kelly made. He was like.
If you ever think about it, if you think of the story of the Pied Piper, he led the children away.
Right. Now look, at the age of 15, when I
led all the children away.
At the age of 15, when I found out about the P tape, I was able to be at the age of 15, like, you know what? I can't fuck with R. Kelly no more. You know what I'm saying? At 15, Deli, no, I don't bump R. Kelly. I don't play it. Now, if I'm in a facility, because you want to know why? I'm a fucking adult, and I can make and I literally can differentiate myself from an artist and the heinous acts they did. His music does not affect me and my soul to the point where I can be like, oh, yeah, you were out here child molesting kids, but damn it, you really made good songs about fucking, and I really had that great memory of me banging a chick I'm not even with no more. You feel me? Like, really though. Isn't that deep. It's not. He is not. It is not that deep. In the closet is not that damn good. And that intelligent for all this.
I don't know that little white guy series thing he had in the car.
It take a real adult to sit there and be like, all right, you know what? This man did what he did in his personal life, but I'm not finna go out of my way to not.
That's a fan. No, it's not. That's a fan. It takes a real fan to do that. Not an adult. It's a fan. You're a fan.
You're running two different things together. What that man did in his personal life and what that man do in his professional life, we shouldn't even know his personal life to begin with.
He's a child molester. What you mean? They go to jail. People know about it.
People are too invested into these people's personal lives.
So now we calling out a personal thing.
It's a personal thing.
Being a child molester. So wait a minute. So we shouldn't know that Jared Fogle from Subway was banging kids, huh? We shouldn't know about him. We shouldn't know about that.
If we didn't,
we should know about Jeffrey Dahmer. That was his personal life, killing people.
But look how many people actually cared about the Subway
Elvis is celebrated in the white community, and he was a
was
child molester. Hugh Hefner is celebrated.
Hey, you know what? That don't make it right. Wait. All right, cool. Whoever's celebrating Elvis, they're dumb as hell too. No, but that's not making it right. That's just making that fucked up too. Like, y'all, that's not making a good point. He was a child molester. So if you mad at Elvis, you should be mad at R. Kelly. I'm just saying.
I'm not mad at either one of them.
I'm not listening to Bruce Wayne shoes. Who's bumping Elvis?
R. Kelly never gave me a dime of money from any of his albums. Neither did Elvis. So I'm not mad at them. I'm not saying
Hey, but look though, y'all know y'all putting money in his pocket, right?
That's fine too.
Cool.
But we put money in a lot of people's pockets. We put money in people's pockets as we see right now.
So let me. Do y'all think he did anything wrong?
Yes.
What?
What's going on?